Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you saw from my last video, I recently got back from New York where I had an amazing time, and while I was there I visited two excellent magic shops. The first one, this isn't actually the business card from the shop, but this is a business card of one of the people that works there. The shop was called Fantasma and it was excellent. And the second one was Tannens Magic. Went to both shops. I filmed a bit in each one, which you can see on my previous video, and now I'm going to show you some of the things I bought from these shops. Okay, the first shop we went to was called Fantasma. It was quite a small little shop. It had a Houdini museum in it, which had some quite cool little artifacts. It had some suits and things he wore, some locks he had to pick, handcuffs, all that sort of thing. The actual shop itself didn't have the biggest range. The staff member that was working there the first time we went was excellent. He showed us some tricks, both a mixture of things that they sold and a mixture of just sleight of hand tricks that he had learnt, which was very cool to see. We bought a couple of things there. I can't show you one of them because unfortunately it was faulty. Now I took it back and I tried to exchange it for another one which they didn't have. Well, they did have, but that one was faulty as well, unfortunately. The member of staff there at the time was quite rushed off his feet. He was quite busy. He was answering phone calls, but while he was talking on the phone, he was still performing for us, which was very, very cool. He was very apologetic for the tricks we got, the tricks we bought being wrong, and actually gave us $20 off a trick and another $15, which was the value of the first trick. He gave us that towards another trick and threw in 2 decks of cards to apologise for the inconvenience. So that was lovely. I'm going to show you a couple of bits that we bought from that shop now. So the first thing I bought there was a close-up pad, which is quite exciting. I've never actually had one of these before. As you've seen from my couple of performances and tutorials before, it's just been on this white table I'm sat in front of. So to actually have one of these is quite exciting. Just going to open it up now, if I can. They had 3 different sizes in there. They had a large one, which probably wouldn't have fit in our suitcase. They had this medium-sized one, and they had a small one, which is probably about half the size of this, maybe around like that, which I thought probably would have been suitable. If I put up a deck of cards for comparison, you can see the size of it there, so that's quite a nice size for performing tricks. You'll be able to spread the cards all the way along there quite nicely. So, my first ever close-up pad, it feels really nice. Now, I bought a book called 13 Steps to Mentalism, which pretty much every magician, if you hear talk about mentalism and psychic things, will tell you that this is the Bible for mentalism. It teaches you all sorts of principles. It's got all sorts of different things on Swami gimmicks and different principles, different tricks to do, book tests, all sorts of different things for both on stage or close-up or any environment. It's quite an old book, but actually all the information in it is still completely relevant to today. Okay, this is actually one of the tricks we got for free after the issue we had with the faulty goods from Fantasma. This trick is called Tribute to Verone. So you start out with a deck of cards, obviously, as often with magic tricks, and you can open it up and take the cards out, and you find that the case is actually shrunk. Then you can go through the cards looking to, I think we've got some jokers in here, so we'll get rid of the 2 jokers. Then what we're going to do is get the spectator to choose a card. So we'll just riffle through and they can say stop whenever they want there. And what we're going to do is just show them that card. Okay, so then we're going to cut it and lose it in the deck, and hopefully, just like that, you'll see that the card has actually disappeared entirely from the deck. Now obviously it has to go somewhere, and we've got this little deck of cards, this little card case that's been here the whole time. If we open it up, you'll see that inside, folded up, is one card. And if we open it up, it'll be the Spectator's Ten of Hearts. So I'm quite a fan of ring and string magic. I always wear a ring everywhere I go, just in case. So I got this. This is one of the things I was actually gifted. Fantasma's Magic, with astounding visual penetration. So that sounds interesting. Okay, so I've got a shoelace here, and I've got a ring, and I'm just going to the centre of the shoelace. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw it. So 1, 2, 3, and I can catch it on the shoelace, right like that. And all I have to do a little tug. 1, 2, 3. Come right through the shoelace. Okay, so the second magic shop we went to was called Tannens Magic Shop. Apparently the oldest and most professional magic shop in all of New York, or so they say. We went there, I spent a worrying amount of money in this shop actually. There was more staff in this shop, which was handy because they were able to spend more time with us and show us the tricks. They knew that we knew what we were talking about, so they explained some of the gimmicks to us a little bit before we bought them, so we knew what we were getting into. I'm going to show you a couple of tricks here that you can see performances of on my previous video, and then we'll have a look at some of the other ones. Okay, so this was the first trick that he showed us in Tannens. It's simply called the key. Comes in a little box, kind of looks like a little pack of mints or something. So it's got instructions with a little QR code on the top there, and then quite a cool little bag in here, and it comes with 2 keys, a regular one and a slightly less regular one. Okay, so here's one of the tricks that's actually shown on my previous video. It's called Wonder Bubbles. It's kind of tricky to know what I can show you guys because obviously I don't want to actually reveal how the things are done. This comes with some instructions, which, believe me, I don't imagine you'd actually really need. It's fairly simple. So you get a pot of bubbles, and you get a glass ball, and you get everything you need to do the trick. And I think the kids would absolutely love this. Who doesn't love bubbles? Okay, this trick is called CIA. So you can start off by getting all the cards out of the deck, maybe giving them a little shuffle, and you can get the spectator to choose any card they like. So let's riffle down, so they stop there, and we'll take that out, and I'm going to show you the cards, and I'm going to look away. Hopefully that's in focus and shot. So we're going to take that down, and what we're going to do is I'm just going to put it halfway in the deck there. It looks about halfway, and we'll loose that in there and give that a little shuffle. The spectator can shuffle the cards, or they can give as many cuts as they like, and straight away I can tell that the card that they chose is the 10 of Hearts. This next trick I got from Tannens was a Svengali deck. I've had quite a few of these before, but I've never had a bicycle one, so it's always looked a bit strange to be doing a load of tricks with one deck of cards and then suddenly pull out a completely different looking deck of cards to do a trick. Obviously people are very skeptical at that. So now I've actually got a bicycle deck of cards, gimmicked to be a Svengali deck. Okay, so you can start off by showing the spectator you have a standard deck of cards. You can riffle through there and show everyone what you want, and you can get the spectator to cut the cards at any point and show them the card, and I can tell without even looking at it, without knowing anything, that this is going to be the 7 of clubs. There you go. So what we're going to do now is going to take that, put it into the deck there. Without any funny moves, I can just click my fingers and make these 7 clubs go right up to the top. Now, what we do now is cut the cards, put them on top there, and cut them again. And let's do it once more for luck. And then we know straight away that somehow we're going to have the 7 of clubs make its way right back to the top. But obviously it's quite easy to do that when every card in the deck is a 7 of clubs. But obviously that would be ridiculous, that would be cheating. So we'll just make sure we use a normal deck of cards again. Okay, so this trick is called the 52 to 1 deck. This was also performed in my previous video and I have absolutely no idea how this works. But I desperately want to know. So I'm going to open it up and see if I can... Okay. It looks like just an ordinary deck of... Oh, I see. Oh, I see. That's very clever. That's very clever. Okay. I'm obviously not going to tell you how it works, but I love this trick. I think it's so clever. I think it's really easy, but it's so brilliant and it's astonishing. So you can start off by showing that all the cards are in fact different. Then you tell the spectator that you are going to spread the cards out again and you want them to just look at one and choose one, and that's what we're going to do. So spread through the cards. Okay, got one. Alright, so now what we're going to do is, let's just say, we ask the spectator what their card was, and they say the Queen of Hearts. You go, right, okay, I'm going to cut somewhere in the deck now, and hopefully I'll be able to find your card. So you simply just cut like that, and straight away you've got the Queen of Hearts. So it doesn't matter what card the spectator says, you'll always be able to cut to their card. Let's say, for example, they choose the 8 of diamonds. Straight away, you can just cut directly to it. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so this trick I'm really excited about. It's called the Vision Box, and there we go. You just get a little plastic box like that with a lid on it, and it looks like the most unassuming kind of nothing thing in the world, but believe me, it's actually very clever, really cool, and I'll show you this one right now. Start off with a deck of cards. A spectator can choose any one. It's okay if I know what it is. So let's say they choose the 9 of spades, and we'll just shuffle that and lose that into the deck. Okay, there. And then at this point you can point out that we've got a little card in a box here, and that's our prediction. We've had that there the whole time. I haven't touched it, it's been locked away there. Okay, so we'll take the little box here, and what we're going to do is take the card, the lid off the box, and I'm just going to reach in and take out their card, and you'll see that that is in fact their 9 of spades. Okay, so something I quite enjoy as well is magic with money. I'd like to show a couple of tutorials on that in the future, but something I bought while we were there was called silver, copper, brass transposition. So it's got a little tutorial in there, and it comes with a couple of coins. So it starts with a kind of fake Chinese coin, which looks really cool. I like the little hole in it there. You get a Mexican centavos or something, a kind of penny sort of thing, but quite large, same size as the Chinese coin, and you get an American $half, and I have no idea how this trick works yet. I have a vague idea, but I can't perform it. I won't show much of this because I haven't had a chance to practice it properly yet. But we've got 3 coins, so we've got this Mexican centavos, Chinese coin, and American $half. So I'm going to take the $half, and so obviously that leaves just the 2 coins in his hand. So if I just give them a little shake like that, you'll see that I actually managed to magically change over to here. Something else I quite like with these is having the Chinese coin here, and then you can just change that into the centavos, and then very easily you can just change that into the $half. Okay, so that's it as far as things I bought from the magic shops go, but I always, whenever I go abroad now, like to buy a couple of kind of commemorative decks of cards to remember the holiday by. So as I was there, I bought this New York deck of cards, and I bought another New York deck of cards. This one has a little bit of information on the back. I went to M&M World and I bought some M&M themed New York cards, and at a kind of newsagent I bought a deck of aviators because I always wanted to have one of these and I've never had the chance to get one in England. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. That was a quick clip of everything I bought in New York magic wise and a few performances. Soon we'll get back to doing some tutorials and we'll have some more vlogs and things, and yeah, stick around. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.